As you know, Veterans Radio America has a partnership with the Association of Michigan and Military Organizations to bring you a quick look at an AMMO member that supports the history of military service here in the state of Michigan. And we encourage you to visit AMMO on Facebook and this particular organization who we're talking to. So we want to welcome to Veterans Radio a couple of representatives of the Holocaust Memorial Center in Farmington Hills, Michigan. Ruth Bergman, welcome to Veterans Radio.
Thank you so much for having me, Jim. It's a pleasure to be here.
And Sarah Saltzman, also welcome to Veterans Radio.
Thank you very much.
So I want to start with you, Ruth. You recently wrote an article that showed up in the Times of Israel called The Lessons of the Holocaust, Now More Than Ever. Why is it important to look back and reflect on the Holocaust and learn its lessons today? Why is it more important now than ever?
Well, I think, we don't want to take our democracy for granted, and we have to make choices all the time to make sure that we respond to hate, that we say that it's not tolerated, and teach people how to stand up and fight for the things that they believe in. That's a lesson that never goes away. And I think that in our world today, there's been such a rise in anti-Semitism and in all sorts of prejudices that we need to be reminded that the Holocaust isn't just about what happened in the past and a history lesson, but that we take those lessons and we bring them forward into our lives today and use that as the impetus for being active participants in our democracy.
Tell us a little bit about who comes to visit, and we're coming out of a very strange year where almost, nobody could go visit. But who are the folks who come and the groups that come to the Holocaust Memorial Center in Farmington Hills, Michigan?
So the first thing I'd like to tell you is that we are open, and we have an amazing core exhibit, and we invite your listeners to come to us. We are open Sunday through Thursday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and on Fridays until 2:30 p.m. And we get a variety of visitors. We have general, families and adults who come. We have in non-COVID times, we have about 35,000 students who come with their schools to visit us. So we have a great variety of people who come. Some are very familiar with the story of the Holocaust and World War II, and some who are really just learning about it for the first time.
Well, and we're within the shadow of International Holocaust Remembrance Day, which is January 27th internationally. So it's a great time to think about visiting the center or visiting it virtually online. Can you tell our listeners what your website is and how they can learn more about the center?
Sure. So our website is www.holocaustcenter.org. They can also call at 248-553-2400. We do require face masks. We are wheelchair accessible. We have free parking. We follow all the state guidelines in terms of, COVID safety and preparedness. And we invite our audience to come and to explore and see what we have to offer and teach.
Like what you heard? Listen to this full episode and more on the Apple Podcasts app, Blog Talk Radio, Google Podcasts, or iHeartRadio. And now streaming on Amazon Music, Audible, and Spotify.